Welcome to Union, Kentucky. This is week 3 of KHSAA high school football playoff action. We're again in Union, Kentucky on the campus of the Ryle Raiders. We're in Boone County, Kentucky, and Ryle is part of the Boone County school system, but it is Ryle High School here in Union, Kentucky. The home team comes in at 10-2 under Coach Mike Engler. And they'll be welcoming in the visitors, our home team, the Central Hardin Bruins. And the Bruins here week 3 in the playoffs. They'll come in 4-8. Quite a disparity in records, but again, the Bruins have a hot hand right now, and we'll see what will happen tonight here in this action. I'm Paul Gray bringing you the action tonight, and hoping that we're welcoming a lot of people from home. About a 2-hour drive up here to northern Kentucky from our hometown, Elizabethtown, Cecilia, where Central Hardin is. And so this 2-hour drive, not a bad drive. The traffic not too bad in Louisville. You got to get an early start. You never know what's going to happen traveling through Louisville, but everything worked out great, and we're ready for some football. It's a cool fall night here, and it's a great night for football. The boys are going to love the weather tonight. The fans, maybe not so much. It's a good night for some hot chocolate out there, but we're going to hope to have a good football game. Last week, we had a great football game over at North Hardin. The home team there did not come out on top, as Barron County was able to knock off the North Hardin Trojans. Tonight, we're going to see some interesting football. The 4-8 Bruins come in winning 4 of their last 6. Got off to a horrible start to the season, and things have turned around. I'll tell you, I really feel like things turned around in that Barron County game. Again, they won 2 district games, Warren Central and Barron County, but I think they turned in that Barron County game with Seth Loudermilk going into the running back position. Seth has had a heck of a season now for this Bruins squad. He's got 112 carries for 796 yards. Just started being the feature back for this team in about week 7 of the season, so he's had a fantastic 5-week stretch here where he's put up some really nice numbers. And the impact that Seth has had has been because of his physicality. He is a big, strong kid. He's running the football really hard. And he really matches and melds well with that offensive line. I'd call him Seth and the big guys. The big guys up front have been the difference as well. And again, when you put a hard-running, bruising type of running back behind some big, tough offensive linemen, you're going to get some good success. That's exactly what's happened. He's been running behind number 57, Grayson Decker, number 70, Carson Lamoth, 52, Braden Perry, 69, Jeffrey Council. Several of the tight ends, number 84, Braden Begley, 85, Connor Elmore, and a number of other boys who've contributed amazingly up front. They've really turned this season around. Again, it was a terrible start for the Bruins, but again, they've won 2, including last week a huge victory as they upset McCracken County on the road, winning 45-28. According to my sources who were there, again, I was at North Hardin at that great football game with Barron County, but according to my sources, they flat out ran over McCracken County. Physical football. Again, Loudermilk running the ball, the big guys up front, and then the same big guys really playing great defense. And so they've really been able to capitalize on their size and toughness in a way that early in the season they really weren't able to do. And so we've seen a lot of success here in the last several weeks for this Bruins squad. Now, I will say they've got their work cut out for them tonight. Again, here at Ryle High School, their chances tonight, I'd say, are slimmer and slimmest as they are playing the number 2 team in the state of Kentucky, the Ryle Raiders. I'll say this, when you look at Ryle's scores over the course of the year, it is a who's who in Kentucky football. The only top teams in Kentucky that they have not beaten are probably Boyle, Bowling Green, and Trinity. Everybody else they've beaten are the top teams in the state, including last week a big victory over St. X. Now, again, they're 10-2, the Ryle Raiders. Coach Mike Engler is the coach, and At 10-2, those two losses, one of them is to Cooper High School up here in Northern Kentucky, and Cooper is the top team, I believe, in 4A, 4 or 5A. I believe they're a 4A football team. But they've also had a loss to St. X, who they then paid back last week with a big victory. They lost earlier in the season to St. X, 31-24. But last week beat St. X 38-17, a drubbing. So this Ryle team has got it rolling. This is a program that has it rolling. Watching them in pregame, they are big, they're athletic, and there's a lot of them. I know at Central Hardin we used to have a lot of kids playing. They're down in their numbers a little bit, but it looked like 75, 80 kids out there on this Ryle squad. It's a big roster and a lot of big kids, and this is a very accomplished football team. This is a football team that's not thinking about a win tonight. They're thinking about winning 3 more. And obviously they've got to do them one at a time, and so tonight is a big game for the Ryle Raiders. I'm sure the home crowd is incredibly excited. They think they can win the whole thing. And so this is a big night for the Ryle Raiders. Again, some of those victories that I mentioned include Highlands, Christian Academy of Louisville, who again is a top team in a lower division, Covenant Catholic, Great Crossings out of Lexington. They're one of the top-rated 6A teams in Kentucky. And again, this Ryle team beat them 36-8. Simon Kenton, who's a top team up here in Northern Kentucky as well. So it is a who's who of football in the state of Kentucky. Again, some of those names like Christian Academy and Covington Catholic, Highlands, and St. X, victories over all of those schools. Wow. What a list of names to have on your resume. And tonight, that's what awaits the Central Hardin Bruins, is a team that is that accomplished. And the Bruins are going to have to play on a whole nother level. Again, they've raised the level of their play in the last few weeks. Well, they're going to have to go up about 2 notches to be competitive tonight, because they are playing probably the very best team in the state of Kentucky. If not, they're the top 3 easily in the state of Kentucky. So quite a challenge for Coach Stockdale and the boys, and we'll see how they can perform this evening. Ryle, just so you have a little bit of understanding of what you're about to watch, Ryle will feature a really good quarterback. Quarterback is number 10, Nathan Variks, and Variks has some pretty impressive numbers. Again, he's thrown 23 touchdown passes on the season. He has thrown 10 interceptions, so maybe if the Bruins can put a little pressure on, make him make a mistake, they may be able to turn the ball over. But 23 touchdowns, 1,800 yards passing. He's also rushed for over 500 yards. So the quarterback, Nathan Variks, is quite a player. Number 10, he is a junior for this Ryle Raider squad. The running back is the man. When you talk about the Ryle Raiders, Jacob Savage has 136 carries for 985 yards. He's got 20 touchdowns on the season. Jacob Savage. He's also caught 26 balls for 302 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's also the leading tackler for this Ryle Raider squad on the defensive side. So keep your eyes on number 21. He's also a junior. And so number 10 and number 21, watch them. They are the keys for this Ryle Raider squad. Offensively and, in fact, defensively, you'll see a lot of action out of those two. We are going to pause for just a moment for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll be back just about 6 minutes till kickoff. And we are back from the national anthem here. There's about 5 minutes until game time. So keys to victory, let's talk about both teams. For the Central Hardin Bruins, they're going to have to figure out a way to sustain drives. They've got to be able to run the football. It's going to be tough. At times, the offense has been a little predictable. They're going to have to run it. They have not been very good throwing the football. Caleb Irwin, starting quarterback, 22 of 69 on the season, 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. They have not been able to throw the ball. It didn't matter last week at McCracken County. They were able to run over McCracken County. I don't know if they'll be able to do that this evening with a really tough number 2 ranked Ryle Raider squad. So I think a key to victory for this Bruin squad is, can they consistently make first downs and move the football with their running game? They will be facing a very stiff test from the Ryle defense. And again, I put that as the key to victory for Ryle, is if they can shut down the running game, I don't know that there's anywhere else to go for this Bruin squad. So if the Ryle defense can hold up against the run game, they ought to have a really good opportunity to win the ball game. Again, their offense has been stellar all year. They've scored 30, 46, 14 in a loss to Cooper, 34, 28, 24, 42, 36, 37, 30, 42, 39, and 38. So in their last 5 games, the least amount of points Ryle has scored is 36. Actually, in their last 6 games. So they have been putting up points. This offense will move the ball. They'll score touchdowns. They've got a good kicker. And it's going to be hard to keep them off the board. Again, the key, the running game of the Bruins. Can they maintain anything? Can they make first downs against this Raider defense? I'm sure that's exactly what the Raider coach Engler, and the bunch has in store. Stack the line and try to make Seth Loudermilk go sideways, not let him get ahead of steam downhill, try to control the line of scrimmage. Again, for the Bruins, not only would being able to run the ball consistently help them move the chains and score points, it'll keep the ball out of the hands of that dynamic offense with Nathan Verricks at the quarterback spot and Jacob Savage at the running back spot. So that's a very important matchup. We'll see what the Bruins can do to run the football, have some variations in the attack to find soft spots in the Raider defense. We're just a couple minutes from the start of the game. The band has brought us the national anthem. They've got a tunnel set up for the Raiders to run onto the field. It's a great atmosphere tonight. There was an announcement just made. The cannon is back. They have a cannon. So if there are scores, don't be concerned if you hear a loud noise. We're fine, I think, unless they're shooting the cannon at us. It's quite an atmosphere. They do, in fact, and there it goes, the cannon. And fireworks. Again, it is quite an atmosphere here at Ryle High School. This is a team and a fan base that is super excited about what they might be able to accomplish. Again, you're getting a good view of the fireworks. There is actually in one end zone. We're not at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium, but we are here at Ryle High School, where they do, in fact, have a pirate ship in the end zone. It looks like it's about a 20-foot to 30-foot long, about 15 to 20-foot high pirate ship. So on one hillside, the cannon. On the other end of the end zone, the pirate ship. And it is a festive atmosphere here in Union, Kentucky tonight. And we're about ready to kick this thing off. There are some excited young people on the field, man. The Ryle High School Raiders look very fired up. I can't see the Central Hardin boys too well. They're on the far sideline here. We're sitting up nice and high in the press box here. We got a bird's eye view. We'll do the best we can. A little further from the field. My old eyes may have a hard time picking out numbers, but we'll do the best we can. The Bruins wearing the whites, the away white uniforms with yellow letters, yellow numbering. And it's the Ryle Raiders wearing the black and orange. And we're about to get underway here. The Bruins will kick off first, so the Raiders will have the ball first tonight. It'll be number 40, Micah Chenault, to kick off for the Bruins. He's setting up on the left hash there. Back deep for the Raiders, number 7, Jacob Galicia. Boy, that guy does all kinds of stuff for this Raider squad, defensively, offensively, running, catching, and he is one of the return men. Number 11, Cruz Solly, is back there as well. And there's some wind out here tonight. The American flag is really whipping, and the ball did not stay on the tee for Micah Chenault. They may end up having to have someone come out and hold that. He's got it set. We'll see if it stays on the tee. If it does, we'll be kicking off in just a moment here. And week 3 of the playoffs is underway. It's going to be number 7 with the ball, Jaden Galicia. He's got a big hole. Wow, lots of space, big blocks everywhere. And that is 7-0 as Caden Taylor couldn't run him down. Wow, what a start for the Raiders. Again, number 7 for the Raiders is Jaden Galicia. He's got 47 carries on the season for 145 yards, 9 catches for 113. Guess what? Now he's got a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's also the 4th leading tackler on the defense, so the all-around player, Jaden Galicia, puts his team on the board. I'm telling you, the blocking, the physicality of all the guys on the kickoff return team, they were handling their blocks. They had a hat on a hat and huge hole, never touched, never challenged. Galicia showing speed but didn't have to break a tackle on his way to the end zone. And the kick is up and good. Kicker Gavin Moses is now 49 of 50 on extra points for the season. Again, 7-0 Raiders, just 15 seconds into this ball game. And there go the fireworks again. We may see a few of those tonight because Jaden Galicia provided the fireworks on that opening kickoff. We'll see what the Bruins can do now as they'll send out their kickoff return team. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live streaming channel and programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark. Protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream. Watch TV with your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure. A safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast. Make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. And it'll be Moses out to kick off. That's Gavin Moses, number 16. Back deep for the Bruins. Caden Taylor, number 11 in the middle. I believe 4 is Jackson Rashaw. 12, R.J. Goodman, also back deep for the Bruins. Wow, big return. Tried to go the short kick. Picked up and taken back inside the 30. Wow. The Bruins excited now. Again, how about that? Two big returns for Ryle and Central Hardin. Number 44, Brandon Krause, the tight end linebacker, picks it up and is able to just break through. And they'll have the ball at the 22. So, wow, another amazing turn of events here. Caleb Irwin at the quarterback spot. Number 19 for the Bruins. Tight end left formation, 2 wideouts to the right. Going to give to Loudermilk. Cuts back a little bit of space. And, again, he's going to pound it ahead. Looks like he's got 3 on the carry. 0. Smith was on the tackle, and boy, Smith is an impressive-looking guy. He plays a little tight end on offense, but he is their third leading tackler on the defensive side. Man, he is a big kid. He impressed me pre-game. Same formation, tight end into the short side of the field on the left. Deep motion from Taylor. They're going to run the option, and there's a flag on the field. Man, cannot have those mistakes. Offsides, false start on the Bruins. And again, 2nd and 12 is just something this offense is not made for. They can't make those kind of mistakes. 2nd and 7 is a great number for this offense. 2nd and 12, horrible number for this offense. So a big penalty on this first possession when the Bruins were set up inside the 20, now back to the 24. Deep motion again. They're going to run it that way. Quarterback keep on the option. Irwin with a good run inside the 15. Wow, 10-yard gain. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The second option was there that time for Irwin. Big 3rd and 1. It's definitely 4-down territory down here. I know Micah Chenault can make it, but I think you need to match them touchdown for touchdown. Chenault ahead, and the big guys up front doing a good job pushing. I think he's got it. I think he picked up 2. He needed 1.5. Actually, he's going to pick up 3. He's down to the 11 maybe even. Definitely picked that up. So Loudermilk, we're going to give him 4 on that carry. So ball is at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 12. Again, Bruins with a big play on special teams on their kickoff return. Engstrand having to check out of the game. He's got to hustle off the field before they snap. He's off the field. Tight end now again set into the short side of the field. Deep motion from Rashaw. They're going to give straight ahead to Loudermilk. Spins off 1 inside the 10 down to maybe the 8. Again, Grayson Decker right there, one of the blockers up front. Good spin move, 4 yards, almost 5 for Loudermilk. A little option football there, option 1. It was option 2 on a 10-yard carry for Irwin a minute ago. 9:32 to go here in the first, and the Bruins are threatening. Deep motion again for Rashaw. They're going to give again inside to Loudermilk. Man, inside the 5 now. He'll be just short of the first down, maybe a yard short, so 5-yard gain. Honestly, if he would just break it just a little further outside, he might go to the house on those. But he's going to continue to push the pile. Maybe it's a yard and a half, almost 2 yards they need. 3rd down, and we'll say 2 after a 4-yard gain. Same formation. Tight end to the right. It's number 85, Cannon Elmore. One of the big tight ends. It's a big blocking tight end. Deep motion from Rashaw. Another give. No. Irwin keeps. He turns it inside. Pushing. I think he's got the first down, and he is close to the goal line. 4-yard gain for Irwin there. So he's got a 10-yarder and a 4-yarder there. We're going to be 1st and goal from the 1. Did they give him the first down? Yep. Just inside the 2, so 1.5 yards, I'd say. 1st and goal from the 1.5. 8:18 to go in the first. Double tight end look this time. Wing left. Loudermilk that straight ahead. Have they given the signal? No signal. The Bruins are signaling, but not the guys in the striped shirts. Oh, come on, boys. He was in there. He was in there. That is not a good spot. I don't have a great view from where I am. Good grief, he looked like he was in, and the ball is resting an inch. The nose is an inch from the goal line there. As Loudermilk picked up probably almost 2 yards. We're going to have to give him 1 or else he'd have had a touchdown there. Jeez Louise. You've got 1 inch to go and 3 downs to go for it. Oh, they're going to call it on Ryle for going first. The Bruins jumped off sides, but they're going to say that Ryle was first, that they had come across the line of scrimmage, and that's what drew the offensive lineman to jump. All right, good break for the Bruins there. It's now less than an inch. I don't know, centimeters. They are right on the goal line there. And all they've got to do is get a little bit of a push. It looks like they're going to go with a tush-push look here. Under center, straight ahead. They're going to try to push the pile. I don't think – did he get it? He's in the end zone. Jackson Rashaw. I don't know what just happened there. I didn't see where the ball went. But I believe that's number 4, Jackson Rashaw, that had the football. I don't know if he was the one under center or not. Touchdown, Bruins. So Rashaw, 1-yard touchdown run, and it's going to be tied up here. Micah Chenault on the season, 21 of 22 on extra points. What a great series for the Bruins. Tie it back up with this physical style of football that they have embraced here in the last 5 to 6 weeks. And a great kickoff return puts them into the end zone, puts them inside the 25, and they manage to get a touchdown score out of that. They run off almost 4.5 minutes of clock, so exactly what the Bruins needed right there. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com, etownselfstorage.com. Finally, a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs, featuring video surveillance, climate control self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to etownselfstorage.com for more information. So if I am over on the other sideline, Coach Stockdale, you can't kick the ball deep again. You've got to put it in someone's hands that's not going to go to the house. You've got to kick the ball a little short here, give up a little bit of field position to keep it out of the hands of the guys back deep. Again, number 7, Jaden Galicia, is the one that took it the whole way for a return touchdown on the opening kickoff. Also back deep, number 11, Cruz Solly. You don't want those guys handling the football right here. Let's see what Chenault's going to do. He's going to bang one along the ground. It is going to end up, I believe. Here we go. Number 7's got it again. That's Galicia. They've got a hold of him at the 36. Good job, Caden Taylor there to help on the tackle. I believe number 59, Jackson Jones, was there. Number 43 also in on the tackle, Christian Whitehead. So the Bruins were able to swarm to it that time. The ball bounced around a little bit, gave them some time to get into position. Cannot kick the ball deep against this team. It could be disastrous. And this is our first look at this Ryle Raiders offense. We got 7:14 to go in the first. Number 10 again is Nathan Verricks. The quarterback, number 21, Jacob Savage. That should be Savage right behind him there. We'll check the number to make sure. They're going to give on first, and it's not. It's Galicia actually this time with it. Wow, big carry, a 12-yard gain off left tackle for number 7, Jaden Galicia. He is their third leading rusher on the season, and he's got a big 11-yard gain to start this thing off. Not familiar enough to know if number 21 is healthy. I see him standing on the sideline. Does not look like he's ready to go into the ball game. Could be an injury situation. I don't know. We're going to, reverse this time. It's a reverse pass. Looking to throw it deep. He's got a man open. Engstrand trying to get there to make a play. Completed pass. Wow. Down to the 5-yard line. It's a 46-yard pass from number 1, Lorm, their leading receiver. I can't see the number. I think it's number 3 who caught that, Dylan Lee. So 46-yard pass from Lorm to Lee. First and goal from the 5 to give. There's a tackle, maybe a yard gain. Galicia has another yard on that carry. So it was Dylan Lee that caught it. I'm going to somehow have to take notes that Landon Lorms is 1 for 1 with a 46-yard pass. He is not a passer. He is a wide receiver, the leading receiver on this team, in fact. Oh, fumble on the snap. And Variks has to just jump on it back at the 15. Woo! 11-yard loss. A little bit of a high snap. Variks couldn't handle it. Sometimes on a cold night, the ball is slick. Your hands are cold. A little more dry. And it'll get a little slick. And 11-yard loss there is going to make it now 3rd and goal from about the 15. 5:35 and counting here. Trips formation to the right, one receiver to the left. That's Lorms down here to the left. Looking to his right. Variks is going to break contain. He's looking to dump it off. He does. It's caught. About a 7-yard gain. I didn't see the receiver. "13, Gavin Lyons has it for a 7-yard gain. So 4th down and 8. It was a 7-yard gain from the 15. It's 4th and goal from the 8. 2 receivers to the right, a tight end left. They're sprinting left. The tight end's open there, but they're going to the outside. Lorms, touchdown Raiders on the 4th and goal from the 8. They decided not to kick the field goal, to go for it and throw it. They essentially had a man-to-man look with number 1, Landon Lorms, their senior wideout. Again, he's got 39 receptions for 636 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season. Tack one more on as he scores the touchdown. So he had the big pass on the reverse pass, and now an 8-yard touchdown catch. Gavin Moses now readying for the extra point. And he'll knock that through. An 8-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Variks to leading receiving Landon Lorms. Landon Lorms, number 1, is an impressive-looking guy. Big kid. He's got to be 6'2". Has the cannon gone off yet? Cannon's bound to go off here in a second. So that cannon, if the first 7 minutes of this ball game is any indication, the cannon's going to get a workout tonight. 14-7, Ryle Raiders up on the Central Hardin Bruins. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off the I-65 exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. So here comes the kickoff return. There it goes. It took him a minute to get the cannon ready, but there it goes. And the Raiders, again, that was a huge opportunity for the Bruins. A 4th and 8. An opportunity to get a stop. They were unable to do it. One-on-one, Lorms won easily on an out route in the left corner of the end zone. And it's a 14-7 advantage for the Raiders. Kick is away and deep into the end zone. Wow. Boy, Moses can pound the ball. That was impressive. On a cold night like tonight, the ball's harder. If you guys know anything about physics, when it's this cold, the ball's a little less aired up as well. Tom Brady knows about that. But the ball will hold a little less air. Molecules are a little smaller as they constrict. It's hard to kick a ball that far in this kind of weather. And he nailed that. Gavin Moses has got an impressive leg. So the Bruins will take over on their own 20 here. They're going to have to go 80 yards here to tie this thing up. 2 wide receivers way to the left. That means run. And they're going to give straight ahead again. And, boy, Loudermilk just dragging guys. Impressive 5-yard run. Looked like number 15 on the tackle. That's Bo Gay who made that tackle. But he went for a ride there on that one. 5-yard gain for Seth Loudermilk. And, again, this up front group is going to have to continue to be consistent doing that all game long. It's a 4-man front. Kind of 6-man box, 7-man box if you include the corner who tried to get in there and make a play. Couldn't quite make that play. Loudermilk another 4. So he's been gaining 4 and 5 on every carry. And to bring a 3rd and 1 here, hard part is, boy, you'd love, if you're the Bruins, to be able to go 4 downs every time. But, boy, that would take some serious guts. I know in a situation where you're the underdog like this, maybe you go ahead and take those kind of chances and feel like, hey, I've got 2 downs to pick this up right here. Bringing their corner up, number 3, bringing the outside backer up, number 6, trying to get some extra guys on the line. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage is Loudermilk. I don't know. They're going to give him the spot. He was able to push ahead. He's going to pick up 2 to get the first down. First down and 10 Bruins. 3:21 to go here. Clock running. Honestly, again, you want to get into a rhythm if you're the Bruins, but boy, it'd be kind of nice if they could just continue to let the clock run down. Keep it close and stay in the ball game. Again, it's a 3-deep coverage look. I think they're playing a man-to-man look, not a zone look. They're going to go inside to Rashaw on a scissors action. He'll pick up 4. Oh, man, I don't love that spot. They spotted him at about 3 yards. We'll give him 4. But a little scissors action from the wingback coming in. He was on top of the defender and stretched the ball out. They marked him back pretty far. They're going to switch out. Engstrand coming into the ball game. Number 84, Braden Begley, tight end, coming out. So Engstrand will take the tight end spot on the right. You got double tight, actually got a double wing look to the left now. Oh, gee whiz, they went the wrong way. Somebody went the wrong way. That is a bad mistake for the Bruins. Loudermilk went right. Irwin turned left. Should not be doing that in Week 13 in a big ball game. 2-yard gain for Irwin, though. Again, the big guys up front at this point, it's hard to sustain that all game long, but the big guys up front are winning at this point in time. It brings up a big 3rd and 5. Same formation. They need to pick up at least 4 yards here. Loudermilk again trying to keep. Wow. Nice job. I thought they'd given to Loudermilk, but it was a keep. Caleb Irwin, the quarterback, comes out of there with a big 8-yard gain. First down, Bruins again. Great job with ball handling there. I thought the fullback had the football, but that's exactly what the Ryle Raiders thought. And that's what you're doing when you're running the option well. You're hiding the football and confusing the defense. And if you give them Seth Loudermilk straight ahead 10 times in a row and you pull the ball out, nobody is going to see it. Double tight end formation again. 2 wings to the right. They're going to go Loudermilk again over the right side. He's pushing ahead. He's going to pick up 4, maybe 5. They're going to, man, he gave another effort and got 5, but they're only going to give him the 4. Loudermilk already has 9 carries on the game. It'll be 2nd and 6. 9 carries already, and again, that's just going to set up other things, whether that's play action pass or the quarterback keep, reverse. Everything is going to come off of that action where they're faking the ball to the fullback. They've got to keep pounding him and getting yards. They're getting 3, 4, 5 yards at a crack. 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. This ought to be the last play of the first quarter. Again, no. Oh, man. Should have given that time as Loudermilk was pounding straight ahead, but Irwin kept and got 0 on the carry. Maybe a yard. Almost to the 50. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. But that will bring us to the end of the quarter.
Looks like sleep.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of light. So again, at the end of 1, Ryle Raiders 14, Central Hardin Bruins 7. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. I'm Paul Gray, bringing you action. Big thanks to Gina Ryan, who is cast, crew, director, and camera person tonight. She is the one doing the work, and I'm just talking at you. So the Ryle people were good enough to give us a spot in the press box. It's a little cool with the windows open so we can have the camera action for you, but it is a great spot to be. Big 3rd and 6 for the Bruins here at their own 49. 2 receivers to the right. Deep motion from Caden Taylor. They keep it. There's the pitch to Taylor. He has space. Can he get to the first down marker? He does. Big carry, 8-yard carry for Caden Taylor. Wow, they went to the 3rd option for the first time tonight as they faked it to Loudermilk. Irwin kept, but as he had someone approaching, he's able to get the pitch to Caden Taylor. His first touch of the ball game, 8 yards, first down Bruins. And we talked about in pregame how this offense has to figure out how to run the ball consistently. Through 1 quarter of play they have against the number 2 team in the state. I got to be honest, folks, I didn't think they were going to be able to do this, but they're doing a great job up front. The big boys and Seth, that's what I talked about pregame. And there's Seth breaking a tackle and just absolutely muscling guys down. I'm loving this, folks. We got the window open, and the Ryle fans are losing their minds because this 4-8 team is running them over right now, and I'm hearing their fans screaming, "Stop them! Can't you get them?" But they can't right now. 4-yard gain for Loudermilk again as he ran super hard again. He's just so physical, such a bull in the backfield there. Tight end left, 2 double wing formation. Number 12, R.J. Goodman at the wide out to the right. Irwin under center. Deep motion there to give us to Loudermilk again. He's going to get 3 on that one. It'll bring up a big 3rd down and 3. They are inside the 40 down to it's the 36. I thought it was going to be the 35. I'm not loving the spots the Stripes are giving us here. 3 there. It sure looked like he had gotten 4 to the 35. But this is absolutely 4-down territory. So you got 3rd and a long 4. And as far as I'm concerned, you got 2 downs to get it here. So we'll see what the Bruins can do. They need to keep getting positive up. They could have called a penalty there on the wing, but there's deep motion there. Cutback this time by Loudermilk. It looks like he's got the first down. It depends on the spot, and I am not loving the spots. They're going to give him a short spot again. Gosh, 4th and 1, 3-yard gain there. 4th and 1, a big down. We had a 4th and 7 for which the Ryle Raiders picked up a touchdown, or 4th and 8 that is, on a 4th and goal on their last possession. Here we are, 4th and 1. What a big moment in the ball game. You got to get a hat on a hat and push the line forward. Here comes a big blitz, and everybody's in there. Loudermilk trying to push ahead. He's short. He's short of the. Ooh, boy, that spot is so close. It is. I think he's short, but it is so close. I think they're going to have to measure. They're going to. Oh, Ryle Raider football. So the nose of the ball is just short of the 32. And they haven't moved the sticks yet. And Coach Stockdale saying, you got to measure that thing for us. So they blitzed 3 linebackers. They brought everybody. And one came through completely free and hit Loudermilk a yard and a half deep in the backfield. He was able to hit, spin off, and run into the next 2 tacklers and push ahead for a yard, but it was about 3 inches short. That is, folks, a huge moment in the game. We got 9:28 to go here in the second quarter, and they needed that first down to stay in this ball game. Whenever you're playing the number 2 team in the state and you're a 4-8 club, you've got to make those plays. Jet sweep for the Raiders. Going to pick up about 12 or 13. That's number 14, Gavin Lyons, with the football. On the run that time. The last touch he had. Wait a minute. There is a flag on the play. I'm looking down, keeping stats. Didn't see the yellow laundry on the field. And I'm waiting for a call. I didn't see it. Here he comes. Holding on the Raiders. Again, a lot of those wide plays, those jet sweeps, someone on the edge might hold to try to give your team an advantage on that edge to break contain. So now it's 1st and 20 there. Erases a 12-yard gain by Gavin Lyons. Trips formation wide to the left. Only 5-man box. I'd run the football right here if I was the Raiders. They're going to throw it. There's a slant. Wow, Lorms has it, and he's got space all the way across the field. Knocked out of bounds there by Jackson Ingstrand. And Lorms, that is going to be a 15-yard gain. So right now, Nathan Verix is 3 for 3 passing right now. Lorms has an 8-yard touchdown catch, a 15-yard catch, and he threw a pass for 46 yards. So Lorms really having himself a night so far. 2nd and 5 now. Oh, that could have been motion out there on the wide receiver. Inside run. He's going to pick up the 6 he needed for the first down. I believe that's Galicia again, as we have not seen number 21, Jacob Savage. It must be an injury issue. So 6 yards for Galicia, and he's got another first down. They're going quick. 2 deep coverage for this Bruins squad. Trips left formation. Trying to draw the Bruins off sides with a hard count there, and they're going to now look back to the coach for the call. That was just a freeze, trying to get a cheap 5 yards. They're going to move up to a tight end spot there. Sprint out, left. Looking down the field on the out route. Beautiful play, Caden Taylor. He did what I call the reach rake technique, where your upfield arm reaches around the receiver to hold on, and your left arm or downfield arm is going to rake the ball away. A beautiful technique by the defensive back there. Caden Taylor making a play on the out route. 8:08 to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. It's 14-7. Ryle Raiders in front. 2nd down and 10 from their own 44-yard line. First incomplete pass for this Ryle squad there, as Verix has been super efficient through their first drive and a half. Their first touchdown on the long. Oh, it looks like he's running the football there. Verix has got space on a quarterback sweep. First down, big gain. 15 yards there. They just outnumbered the Bruins that time by going to a trips look, empty backfield, and they run it to the trip side, so they had them a little outnumbered in the zone that the Bruins are playing. And, wow, big run. Verix, 15 yards. 1st and 10. And, again, we talked about how this offense has scored 36 points or more over the last 6 games. And this is a powerful attack. And the Bruins are going to struggle to stop them. It's just tough to stop a team that's this solid offensively. Man, they're winning up front. They're running hard. They're making accurate throws and good reads. This is going to be a tough order to stop these guys. 7-yard gain for Galicia. 2nd and 3. Ball is about the 34-yard line of the Bruins. Play action look. They throw it to 14. Good tackle. May have a first down. Just short, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be close. Gavin Lyons again with the catch. I'm going to say he just picked up a yard, maybe 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. It's a little play action screen look, kind of a bubble screen to Lyons from his slot receiver spot. Empty backfield again on 3rd and 2. And quarterback's going to run again, same play. Quarterback sweep, but they outnumber him over there, and he's got the first down and more. Good carry there. He's going to pick up about 6. So the Bruins are going to have to figure out something on that. They are outnumbered in their zone look. To the wide side of the field there. There is a penalty. Holding call. It's coming back. Wow. 2nd time that's happened on this drive. Ryle was able to overcome the first holding call. This time it will bring up a 3rd down. And what's it going to be, 3rd and 11? Is it from the line of scrimmage? Again, holding is a spot foul. Depends on where that occurred. About a 3rd and 12 coming up here. 10-yard penalty. Again, when they've run the ball wide, they've had a couple of holding calls, one on a jet sweep, one now on a quarterback sweep. Now it's empty formation. Trips is to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. They've been running the quarterback sweep to this. I think they'll throw it here on 3rd and long. Quarterback in the pocket. Varick's looking down. He's looking to run the ball now, though. Under pressure, throws it up. Woo, that could have been picked. Taylor was there as he was trying to get it to Galicia, number 7, from his slot receiver spot. 4th and 12, and again, over the 50 like this, the Raiders may go for it right here. 6:38 to go in the second quarter. 1-score advantage, 14-7. Same formation. Varick's verifying the call from his coach, looking back to the sideline. It's a 3-deep look here with underneath coverage. Oh, it's a quick kick. They're punting it away. Wow, Lorms is going to get down there and stop it inside the 5. Ooh, that's a great job by quarterback and receiver. Well, the Bruins got to stop, but for their good hard work, there is a flag on the play. They've already moved the chains. What's the call going to be? Chains have already moved down the field, and they're pointing back at something. Waving off the flag. Okay. So the Bruins will take over on their own 3. So the quick kick, interesting call. That is a great spot for that quick kick, and the quarterback Varick's executed it perfectly. Just kicking one down there about to the 18-yard line, 15-yard line, and it just bounced and rolled into a perfect position there. The Bruins will take over in the shadow of their own end zone. It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot for me to see. We're having to peek around a window over here. Got to get it off of the goal line here, do the Bruins. Double tight end look. Quarterback keep this time. Good job to get it off the goal line. They're on the 3, and they're going to get it up to the 5. So a 2-yard gain for Irwin. They're going to say it's a gain of 1. To the 5, almost the 5 maybe. It would be a massive deal if the Bruins could somehow figure out how to pick up a first down in these next 2 plays. I think the Raiders are just continuing to stack the box more and more. There it is, Loudermilk straight ahead, still trying to run with the football. He may have gotten 2. Up to the 7 now. Wow. They got to figure out how to pick up a chunk here. It's 3rd and 7. It's almost to the 8-yard line. They're going to give him a 3-yard gain on that. 3rd and a long 6, or maybe a shorter 7. 2 receivers to the right, tight end, wing left. Loudermilk again in the backfield. Irwin there as well. It is straight man cover, and they're bringing the house. Oh, ball on the ground, but picked up. Irwin's just going to run with it now straight ahead, and he's going to lose 2. I think he wanted to throw the football there, folks. They were going to have the first pass play, but couldn't handle the snap. Bad spot to do that, to lose yards, and the punt team will come on. Again, Mr. Everything for the Bruins. Loudermilk will be the punter. He's their leading tackler, leading rusher, and the punter. And the clock's running at 4:40 to go here in the half. Unfortunately, they needed a first down or 2 there to keep possession, to keep the Raiders from getting the football back. The Raiders will get it back with unbelievably good field position. And right around 4 minutes, plenty of time to go down and get a score. They are obviously an offense that can strike quickly here. And that is a situation you got to, wow. Got somebody who can't remember their own punt team here. That's unfortunate at this point. There we go. Now the Bruins are set. Snap. Not too much pressure. Wow, rough kick. It's low, but it's going to bounce. Great result. Wow, look at that ball roll. Still rolling. Down inside the 35. Whoa, from the about the 5-yard line there. 60-yard kick for Loudermilk. It never got more than 4 yards off the ground. So it looked like just a low line drive. Not a great. He didn't hit it great, but the wind is behind him. If you look at the American flag, it's blowing dead behind him. And the fact that it was rolling funny made the punt returner decide he couldn't risk trying to go pick that thing up. So the ball rolls all the way down to the 35. 60-yard kick for Seth Loudermilk. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Opportunity for this Bruin defense to try to get a stop. There's Galicia. He's going to turn left on that one. Loudermilk there to help make the tackle after about a 4-yard gain. So Galicia is going to be the feature back tonight. Number 21, Jacob Savage, unavailable, obviously. Second and 6 now. 3:30 to go and counting. Both teams the full complement of timeouts here. This thing's been moving quick. Oh, unable to make the tackle. Oh, my goodness, still on his feet. Galicia breaks another tackle. Wow, what a carry. About a 17-yard gain. It looked like he was tackled at the line. Looked like they had him 5 yards downfield. 2 or 3 Bruins. He shook them off and picks up 17. So Jaden Galicia, not just speedy like we saw on the opening kickoff return, but powerful as well. And it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders at the Bruin 43. We're going to give this time. I don't know that is. I think they've taken Galicia out. No, that's number 19 with the football. Hudson Stevens, number 19, on that carry. I don't even have him listed in their top 5 rushers, but Hudson Stevens ahead for 3. It's down to the 40-yard line. I believe it's Stevens again, straight ahead. He's got big yards that time. About 8. It'll definitely be a first down to the 31. Braden Begley in on the tackle for the Bruins. Number 70, Lamoth, coming into the game for the Bruins. 1st and 10, Ryle Raiders. They're moving deep into Bruin territory. 2:15 to go here in the half. 1st and 10. Looking for the fade. Oh, goodness gracious. Unguarded. Wow. Well, the safety came up guarding the slot receiver, and the corner stopped like he thought he had safety help over the top. So that is a miscommunication in coverage there. R.J. Goodman was at the safety spot. I can't see who the corner was. It may have been – I can't see the number on the far side over there. But that's a complete miscommunication. Somebody, one of them, is in the wrong coverage. You've either got to be running with the wide receiver at the corner spot or the safety's got to be over the top. Neither one was true. There's a run there. Again, 19 off the right side. Big tackle by Jackson Engstrand. Be about a 5-yard gain. Bring up a 3rd and 5. So Stevens is going to carry that one again for 5. Back into the game. Jaden Galicia is going to check back in. 3rd down and 5. Here you go, Bruins. You need 2 stops here, as I'm sure the Raiders would go for it on the 4th down in this portion of the field. Trips formation left. The back, Galicia is set to the right. Varick's ready. He's going to throw it. He's going to look in the – oh, goodness gracious. Wide open. And, again, that's number 1. That's Landon Lorms. Down to the 5, a 21-yard gain. 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 4. 1:10 to go in the first half. And again, if you're down 1 score going in at half, you feel like you got a shot. Down 2 scores against the number 2 team in the state, you feel like we've played a pretty good half of football, but may or may not be in the ballgame. Timeout, Ryle Raiders, their first timeout with 59 seconds to go. Coach Engler wants to talk it over and come up with the right play down here. Don't want any mistakes because they can really put a stranglehold, at least on the first half here, with a score. This is an HCEC-TV student production, Division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownSelfStorage.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cables Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch From the Sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. All right, here we go, folks. First and goal from the 4. Bruins need to stop against an explosive offense like this with 4 opportunities from the 4. I'm not the most optimistic guy right here in the booth at this time. Tight end to the right. Quarterback is going to follow the running back. Variks has it. No signal yet. No signal yet. No signal yet. They're going to say, oh. Well, when you wait that long, I don't imagine why you're calling that a touchdown. You're either calling it a touchdown or not, and it looked like they had stopped him just short of the goal line, but the officials, when they finally got there, running all the way into where the ball was, again, the ball can be scooted and moved, and people can crawl on the ground after they're down. That call's got to be made well before that. And the kick is up. And it's good. The Ryle Raiders 21. Central Hardin Bruins 7. And so another impressive drive from this Ryle Raiders squad ends in a touchdown. 4-yard gain for Nathan Variks, the quarterback. He's thrown one and run for one now. And their other touchdown came on the long kickoff return on the opening kickoff of the ball game. Wow. This, again, with the Bruins running the ball on most plays, with there only being, I believe, 3 incomplete passes in the game, this clock has moved. We got 45 seconds to go here in the first half. And we're only 45 minutes into the game. And the Ryle Raiders are showing the Bruins why they're the number 2 team in the state. I got to tell you, the Bruins have played some really good football. They have played really well here in the first half, probably exceeding some expectations of what might happen playing this caliber of team, but just have not been able to get stops when they need to. And there's an out-of-bounds kickoff. The Bruins will take over at the 35. With 45 seconds and a team that wants to run the football and grind it out, this is not something where the Bruins have probably much of an opportunity. The Raiders only have 2 timeouts, so the Bruins can effectively just run the clock out here. I think that's what I do because the Bruins get the ball to start the second half. And if they're going to get back in this ball game, it's going to happen on that first possession of the second half. We'll see if the coaches can make any more adjustments to give themselves an opportunity in the second half. Straight ahead, Seth Loudermilk. He's going to get a yard on that carry. Again, I don't think the Raiders are going to call a timeout here. They could, but they've only got 2, and the clock would run out. 25 seconds to go here. They're going to wind the clock now. I don't believe the Bruins have to snap one here. They can. Not sure I would. But here they go again to snap the football. Again, Irwin keeps it. He's going to pick up maybe a yard as well there. It really looks like this Ryle Raider defense is starting to figure out how to play the second option, the third option, and even take away the first option, the fullback, Seth Loudermilk. Well, the clock has run out to zeros here in the first half. Ryle Raiders 21, Central Hardin Bruins 7. I'm Paul Gray. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for first half stats and second half action.
to another edition of our sponsor interviews. I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television. And today we are talking to Ryan Harris. Now, Ryan is the son of Mark Harris. And tell us a little bit about your dad's progression from where he started to what we have now.
So he's been building in Elizabethtown for 35 years. I think it started with custom homes, learned, he liked it, kind of didn't like it, moved to spec homes. So, he's built hundreds and hundreds of homes in E-Town, Vine Grove, Cecilia, surrounding areas, then moved into multifamily, and now it's progressing to storage units. So
wow.
What you see behind us.
I was going to say, now, in addition to Hardin County, have you all branched out in regards to storage buildings, or everything's right now?
Right now, everything storage we have is in E-Town. We had to branch out building because there's only so much land in E-Town, and it's basically all gone now. So, we moved to storage, and that's only in E-Town right now.
Well, there's not many people I know that don't need storage.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there do need storage.
Yeah.
So tell us about this beautiful facility. I mean, It is amazing.
So it's obviously brand new. If you see the community building back here, it's one of a kind. And the great thing about our storage facility is, one, brand new, like we already mentioned. Mm-hmm. We have climate controlled and non-climate controlled units. Obviously the price is going to vary on those, but the most important thing, 24/7 security cameras, and there's a full fence around the whole thing. So security is super tight, and obviously that's a big thing when you're putting your personal items in a storage space.
Now this is also for RVs and boats.
Correct.
Too.
So we have self-storage, and we have RV, boat, and car storage as well. Those are canopies, so completely covered. Those are inside the fence as well. I think you're probably going to show some video of it later. We have a bunch of RVs in there now, so yeah, people are loving it.
Okay, it's definitely a neat place. And next to this is a campground or RV park that will be open.
Correct. So on the other side, there's an RV park. It's just starting to open. People are starting to book spots, but we're really, really excited about the storage. And one thing I forgot to mention about the storage that's different than a lot of places, you don't have to talk to a single person to store something here. So we have a kiosk on the side of the building right over there, and you can go to the website, rent a storage unit or a canopy, get a code to get into the fence, and you don't ever have to talk to anybody.
That's amazing. And in addition to this location, you have another location too?
Yes, so that is Black Branch Storage. Mm-hmm. And if you just go to etownselfstorage.com, it's going to bring you to this website, but we have a link to that other site we have as well. But it's really easy to remember, etownselfstorage.com.
An individual might not know which unit they need. Yep. So if they go online, are there some questions there to kind of help them?
Well, I guess it really depends on how much stuff you have. So the smallest unit is a 5x5, and I think the largest self-storage unit's a 10x30. And I believe the 5x5 is $55 or $60 a month, so fairly inexpensive, all the way up to the 10x30, which I think is $200 a month.
Awesome. And there's ample room to get your items out and put them in a safe storage area. And you have units available right now. We
do. They are filling up, but we have lots of units available still just because we still open. But there's new people coming every day. So yeah, there's referrals. There's a move-in special right now. So if you do move in pretty soon, you'll get that special.
That's great. And how do people find out about these storage units?
Yeah, etownselfstorage.com. I think we said it already, but super easy to remember. Just go there. There will be an email, a phone number, and you can either reach out, or once again, the great thing, you don't have to talk to a single person. I know that's how people like to shop.
That's true.
Nowadays, whether it's Amazon or whatever. So you don't have to talk to anybody. You can just go there and get your unit.
Well, I'm excited for this for you. This is really amazing. It's another way of giving back to the community. And Mark, your dad, and you both, your stamp's kind of all over the county.
Yeah, E-Town's growing right now, whether people like it or not. The infrastructure has to be met. So, there's a ton of people in this community that are building the necessary things that the city needs, and just thankful to be part of that.
I was going to say, we got to move with the growth. That's the way we do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you for being a sponsor also of HCEC-TV, and without your sponsorship, we couldn't do live sports, so appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you much.
Welcome back to Union, Kentucky. Again, this is week 3 out of a possible 5 for KHSAA high school football playoffs. We're in the 6A division. Central Hardin Bruins on the road in Union, Kentucky at Ryle High School. And the Ryle Raiders up 21-7 at the half. A few statistics for this first half. For Central Hardin, again, 25 rushes for 81 yards, not a pass attempt in the first quarter. There was, in the first half, that is. There was going to be a pass attempt, but fumbled snap, and Caleb Irwin had to run the football on that. Again, 81 yards, not super impressive on the numbers, but 25 plays. They did keep the football. They were able to run some clock, eat the clock up, and move the football at times. Again, they had a great kickoff return off of a squib kick from the Ryle Raiders and set themselves up on the 23 for their first scoring drive to score the 7 points. Drove the ball all the way down the field to the 30-yard line, came up short on a 4th and 1. Probably the biggest play of the first half was that 4th and 1 stop by the Ryle Raider defense that turned it back over to their offense. Each team has had basically 3 possessions. The Raiders have scored on 2 out of 3, whereas the Bruins have scored on 1 out of 3 possessions. Again, the other score for the Raiders coming on the opening kickoff, a big 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Jaden Galicia. Again, the Bruins, for the Bruins, Seth Louderman, 14 carries, 45 yards. Caleb Irwin, 8 carries, 25 yards. Caden Taylor, 1 carry for 8 yards. And Jackson Rashaw has 2 carries for 5 yards and a touchdown. For the Raiders, Nathan Varick's 5 for 7 passing for 53 yards and a touchdown. He's got 3 carries for 8 yards, one of them a 4-yard touchdown run. Landon Lorms, the leading receiver, has 3 catches for 44 yards. He also has 1 for 1 passing for 46 yards as he threw the ball on a reverse pass to Dylan Lee to set up their first touchdown that he then caught from Varick's. So a great first half there, throwing the football, running the football. Galicia has 6 carries for 46 yards. And again, Varick's 3 for 8. So they've got 54 yards rushing and 99 passing, a total of 153 yards of offense for the Ryle Raiders. They are starting, it seems, are the Raiders, to figure out this running attack as they're bringing more and more guys up on the line of scrimmage, daring Central Hardin to throw the football. So far, Central Hardin's rushed it fairly effectively. They've had 1 carry for 10 yards and 1 for 8. The rest have been right around the 4 and 5 yard mark. The Bruins are going to have to probably find a way to pick up some kind of big gain, big play to be able to actually get back in this game. They'll get the ball first. This is their opportunity to get back in this ball game. When you're playing a team that's a heavy favorite like this, you can't lose touch. Being down 3 scores is too much. I think you get down 3 scores, that's probably the ball game at that point, especially for a team that's not going to score a ton but is going to run the football and just try to take care of the football like the Bruins want to do, eat clock and run it. They got to figure out a way to stop the Raiders' offense. This Raiders' offense, again, has been potent, and they're on track to score over 40 points again as they've scored 36 or more 6 straight games. And right now they look like they're headed to a 7th straight game over 36 points if they continue at this pace. I will mention here, it's not a beautiful night. It is cold. We've got a little rain, maybe mixed with a little sleet here and there. It's not raining hard. It's kind of a mist, but just enough to make you wet and colder. It's also affecting our equipment. If you're struggling to see the picture, we apologize. We're trying to keep the lens cleaned off, but it is a continuous rain. It's a continuous, there's just that humidity in the air regardless of the rain conditions, but it's kind of a continuous mist. It's just super hard to keep that off there. We'll bring you the action the best we can. I hope you guys are enjoying this ball game. Hope for our home team, not the home team. The home team is the Ryle Raiders, but for our home team, the Central Hardin Bruins, just hoping this first series of the second half can be a productive series. Hold the ball, put points on the board, and try to get back in this football game. Again, one of the things that it's important to see in a game like this. Again, when you get to the second half, when you have 15 minutes to go into the locker room and try to make adjustments, a lot of times that's where some big moves can happen, where the coaches can really earn their keep and make the adjustments that will change the second half. The one thing we talked about at the beginning of the game, before the game started in our pregame, was the fact that can this Central Hardin Bruin team for 4 quarters run the football? And to me, again, this Ryle Raider squad is starting to assert their dominance both offensively and defensively. I think we're seeing that they're going to bring more guys up into the box. They've had 6 or 7 in the box, and the Bruins have been able to run the football. I think you're going to see more and more linebackers blitzing, bringing pressure, safeties and corners up toward the line of scrimmage to get 7, 8, 9 guys against the run game to keep Seth Loudermilk from continuously pounding them for 4 and 5 yards at a pop. And if the Bruins can't come up with a way to slow them down, slow that defense down, and keep some of those guys away from that run game, it's going to be a tall order to continue to run the football. They will get the ball to start the half. Number 21, Jacob Savage, running back for this Ryle Raider squad, has not played on offense. He has been on defense. He's got 1 tackle. He's their leading tackler on defense, but supposedly he rolled his ankle, just getting that information at the half, rolled his ankle, and that's why he's not playing on the offensive side of the football. Rolled that ankle last week in the game against St. X. And we're about to be underway here. The kick is away. It's a bomb again. That'll be into the end zone, and the Bruins will take over on their own 20-yard line. Again, Gavin Moses is a fantastic kicker. And here come the Bruins. This is a big 4 or 5 minutes right here. They've got to have a quick start to this half in order to get back into this football game. Under center, Caleb Irwin, deep motion there. They're going to throw it on first down, but under a lot of pressure, Irwin's got to scramble. He'll get back just to the 20, so 0 yards on that gain. He's trying to throw the ball, but everybody was covered there. R.J. Goodman running deep down the field. So was Caden Taylor. There was backside pressure. Somebody leaked through, and Irwin couldn't set his feet to throw it. He had to take off with the football there. So they wanted to go first down and throw. They still have not attempted a pass. First time they fumbled the snap. That time too much pressure. Unable to set his feet and throw it. 2nd down and 10. Tough start. Now a fumble on the snap. Irwin's got it. He's going to get 5 on that one up to the 25-yard line. Wow, rough start. They needed a great start, a fast start to this half, and it has been a disastrous start, even though that was a 5-yard gain there. Crowd going crazy. I think the Ryle defense realizes this is a big moment right here, that they can kind of grab this game by the throat right here. The Bruins need a big 3rd down pickup. They're just going to give to Loudermilk. He's got space, running hard. First down, Bruins. 8-yard gain, Seth Loudermilk. He broke 1 tackle, spun off another tackle, and picked up 8 yards. So the tough running, a 3rd and 5 pickup in the run game. Wow. They need another first down to get to a point where they can feel like maybe they go for it on 4th down. Again, down 2 touchdowns to the number 2 team in the state. You might as well go for it on 4th down every time. So they got 4 downs to pick up 10 yards pretty much every time here. Clock is running at 10:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. That is one thing about this game with all the running and completed passes. Man, the clock has been moving. Irwin trying to follow. He's going to get 2 yards after faking the ball to Loudermilk. He turns straight up behind Loudermilk. So 2-yard gain for Irwin. bring up a 2nd and 8. As long as the Bruins are picking up positive yards on every play, they're giving themselves opportunities. You just can't go, in this kind of offense, you just can't go backwards. You've got to be moving the ball forward every play. Hopefully several of those are 4 or 5 yarders. Every now and again, a 1 or 2 yarder is not going to hurt you. You just can't go backwards. Long yardage situations don't work in this option offense. 4-man front for the Raiders. They're not bringing everybody. They're going to throw it here. Irwin looking downfield, taking a shot. It's picked off. Great catch, number 3 there. He's running it back, all kinds of space. And run out of bounds at about the 15, I believe. What a great catch there. Number 3, Dylan Lee, who made the big catch earlier in the first half. And that is worst case scenario. He had Caden Taylor, did Irwin. He was about a yard. There's a flag down, I think, is maybe a little too much on the blocking from the Raiders. We had a Raider guy absolutely mauling somebody on the ground way away from the play. I think that's going to be some sort of personal foul on the Raiders. Let's see. Personal foul actually on the Bruins. Okay, well, I didn't know you could maul a guy on the ground 30 yards away from the play. There may have been a retaliation for that, and that's the second guy always gets called. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 8 off the big interception. So first pass attempt is an interception. He actually had Caden Taylor about 2 yards behind number 3 there, Dylan Lee. And Lee just made a great play. It wasn't a terrible throw, maybe about a yard or 2 underthrown, little more on it. Might have gotten over the top, but Lee just climbed the ladder, went way high in the air to pull that ball in, and man, that may have been the last gasp. 9:04 to go, and fade route to the corner. Did he stay in bounds? Are you going to make a signal or a call? These guys are awful about this, and now they're going to call. It took 4 officials to gather in the corner of the end zone to make the call. If you're the guy that's right there, you have to make that call and make it in a timely fashion. Number 1, Landon Lorms has caught his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. Another 8-yard touchdown pass there from Nathan Variks. Problem with that is it took 4 officials to gather to make the call, and there were 2 guys standing right there. I don't understand that. So the kick is up and through, and that'll make it 28-7. Ryle Raiders in front after the big interception. Again, turnovers are such a big part of this ball game, and that's the first one. Whoever makes turnovers is going to have a hard time overcoming things like that, and Ryle turns that immediately into 7 points. And so this officiating crew, that's the 2nd touchdown the Raiders have had, where it took them about 10 seconds to figure out if they wanted to call touchdown or not. I don't know what there is to discuss. If you're the guy standing on the sideline, was he inbounds or was he not inbounds? You've got to go ahead and make that call. So don't love that. May have been a delay in the inevitable if it had gone the Bruins' way, but certainly the officiating on those 2 touchdown calls was not optimum. We'd like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Those of you back home in Hardin County watching, thanks for tuning in. Love having you with us. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes away, and you're able to enjoy Central Hardin Bruin football. If you're here in Northern Kentucky and you're an NFHS streamer, it's good to have you on board here as Gavin Moses will knock another kickoff into the end zone for the Raiders. Just a little history. I spent 14 years living up here in Northern Kentucky. I coached at Boone County High School, coached at Erlanger, and I coached at Bellevue High School. I've got a lot of roots here in town, and love it up here. Ryle Raiders, I think when I first moved to Northern Kentucky, this high school had just been built in 1992, and I really have enjoyed my time up here and love what's going on up here.
No way to keep
Just trying to help out. I got you. I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
People are watching.
Another inside give. They've got to figure out, again, you know, what you do when you run the option. You just keep pounding the fullback to give yourself opportunities to run the football somewhere else. But Loudermilk picks up a yard there. But you also have to be able to run the football off tackle and outside as well. You should, in this kind of offense, attack every area of the field, the inside, the outside, and then the way outside, so off tackle and then to the sideline as well. They're really only attacking tackle to tackle. Been a few good carries for the quarterback. And there's the pitch on the third option to Caden Taylor. He's got speed, but they ran him down. 3-yard gain for Taylor. Wow, great tackle. I thought Taylor would pick up 8 or 10 there. He only got 3. But that's what you have to do. You've got to attack every area of the field, or it just gets way too easy for the defense if you're just attacking between the tackles. That time, Irwin had to pitch a little earlier than he wanted, and it meant that Taylor really had a long way to go to get to the edge. If the quarterback can get to the edge before he pitches, it gives him an opportunity. 3rd down and 6 now. Tight end wing right, 2 receivers left. I think they may throw the football here. Play action. The ball is out. It's up for grabs. Batted up in the air. Big hit on the quarterback. Irwin is down. He is going to climb to his feet. So big hit in the backfield there from the weak side. I believe that was Zero Smith. Boy, Dylan Smith is a huge kid. I mentioned that right at the beginning of the game. Plays D-end and tight end, and that is a large man. So another incomplete pass. And again, a lot of the 2 passes they've thrown have been vertical routes, a post route and now one up the sideline. Everything they've thrown has been low percentage. They did that at Meade County as well. Central Hardin, with their passing attack, they're trying to play action and throw deep. Not necessarily anything wrong with that, but when you, block punt. The Raiders got in there. Now everything going the wrong way for the Bruins. Bruins may have recovered that. I don't know. They're calling it a touchdown like the Raiders. No, they're calling it a safety. The Bruins were able to get on it, so it'll be 2 points. And the Bruins will have to kick it off when you have a safety against. So I believe it was Loudermilk that got on it, but they cover him in the end zone. So good hustle by Loudermilk to save 5 points. It will be 30-7, Raiders in front. And with 7:15 to go here in the third, everything that, again, I mentioned when we started the second half, the Bruins need a fast start. They've got to play really sharp football in this third quarter. It's been the opposite. It's been all Ryle Raiders with an interception and a big return and a one-play touchdown, and now a block punt. So, again, special teams, the 3 phases, Ryle. A kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game, and now a block punt for a safety. Boy, this Ryle Raiders team winning in every facet of the ball game, special teams as well as offense and defense. The Bruins have got to win those other phases, and right now they are not. So the kickoff from the 20. We'll see if they'll punt it or if they'll put it down and kick it off. It looks like the kickoff team, I'm looking for number 40, Micah Chenault, or is it going to be Seth Loudermilk, the punter? Right now, we've got neither. Well, here comes Micah Chenault. Honestly, I wouldn't kick it deep. Again, I'd roll it. It's going to give them great field position, but no, here comes Loudermilk. It will be a punt. And they'll punt it away. So worst case scenario here for the Bruins, where they give up points and now they've got to give the football back to the Raiders as well. Punt is away. And it's fielded at the 38. Again, Good grief. Jaden Galicia up the sideline down to the 22. Big return. Sometimes you get that snowball rolling downhill and it's just picking things up, and wow, when it goes bad, sometimes it can just go way bad. So the Raiders will take over at the Bruin 24-yard line. So they've had 2 possessions here in this third quarter. The first one started at the Bruin 8. This one starts at the Bruin 24. You got to do a little better in the field position more than that. Turnover and punt block will do that to you. 2 deep look here. They're going to go jet sweep to the right side. It's Lyons with it. He's going to go back the other way. Look at this. He's got space. And Grayson Decker has kind of stopped playing, and the ball ran behind him. I don't love that. Decker's had a heck of a season. But the play, as it's coming back to him, he's just standing there not paying any attention to what's going on. We've got to play through the whistles. And it was a sweep to the right, and he was on the opposite side and decided to take the play off. It came back to him, and they're going to pull him out of the game and have a talk with him about actually playing football right now. Got to stay in the play the whole way. 15-yard gain there. That's Gavin Lyons on the run on the jet sweep. He reversed it himself. 1st and 10 from the 12. Timeout, Ryle Raiders. With 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live streaming channel and programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs featuring Bark, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV with your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. So again, it's 30-7. The Raiders on the Bruin 12. Hate to see this. The Bruins played such a good first half. I know they were down 2 scores. They were down 21-7. Just called out a score here. It's 14-12, I think. Cooper High School up here in Northern Kentucky is up. Reverse coming. Couple of the Bruins see it, but there's a lot of space out there. Nice cut. There's a flag down. I think it's going to be a hold. I think that's coming back. They ran the reverse to Dylan Lee, number 3. Good tackle in the open field, but I think there's a holding penalty. So that will go back the other direction. And so, again, the Bruins will have an opportunity here to try to get a stop as the Raiders are going backwards a little bit here. It's going to be about a 1st and 19 from the 21. They need to get down just inside the 2 or just down to the 2. Again, quarterback number 10, Nathan Varick's having a good night tonight, running the football, throwing the football. They've had short fields. You're not going to put up big numbers with short fields, but it's been a good all-around performance from this football team. Thrown high. What a catch by number... Wow. Wow. Little swing pass. That's number 7, Jaden Galicia. And he made a one-handed catch. The throw was way high. Varick's threw it way high, but did not matter. As Galicia just reached up and speared the ball for his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. 36-7 Raiders with 6:17 to go. The extra point here would make it a 30-point ball game. And again, this Raiders squad going to put up 16 points here in the first 6 minutes of the second half. They didn't start with the football. The Bruins did. So 3 scores. And he kicks it through. So Raiders 37, Bruins 7. And again, just over 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. eTownSelfStorage.com, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs, featuring video surveillance, climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats, with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to eTownSelfStorage.com for more information. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off the I-65 exit. Pickup exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping, metal, and recycling. Kick is away. Taylor trying to field it, bouncing around awkwardly. He's got it. Straight up field, over the 20. Tackled by about 3 Raiders there. So the Bruin offense will take over here. 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line, their own 22, and this whole half has been played in the Bruin end of the field. Again, they started off the half with a couple of first downs, looking pretty good, and then the interception on the throw to Taylor down the field. He was a couple yards open, the ball slightly underthrown. Not a terrible throw, just a great play by the defensive back. Inside handoff to Taylor, 2 yards on the carry. It was the scissors play where the wingback is cutting back across the field, so across the formation. Taylor's 3rd carry on the game. He's got 13 yards on 3 carries. Trying to find something else to generate yards other than just Loudermilk in the B gap. And that's what they're going to go with again. He's got some space stacked up, but he gets up to almost the 29. Pretty good carry, almost 5 yards. They're going to give him the 29. Oh, they're going to give him the 28. So 4-yard gain for Loudermilk. They've got to be able to sustain drives. Again, down 4 scores at this point. The game is now academic. You've got the underdog now falling well behind. An unfortunate interception, a block punt, and this thing's out of control now. Double tight end, 3 wings, so it's a very tight formation. And timeout called on a 3rd and 4 here. The Bruins will take timeout. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. Well, that's what this Bruin offense needs to do right now, work well together. They've got a 3rd and 4 here. I'd say you got 2 downs to pick this thing up, and they need to establish a drive here. 4:52 to go here in the 3rd. Irwin with the football, second man on the option. The second option, that is. He is right at the stick. He got 3.5. Wow. 4th and inches again. Again, that was the big play in the ball game, honestly, in the first half. It's a 14-7 ball game, and the ball is at the Ryle 31. The Bruins needed a yard, and they came up about 2 inches short. Here they are. It looks like the tush-push idea again here, as they've got everybody up there to try to push this thing to get the yard they need, the inches they need. Looks like they'll get it. First down, Irwin on the quarterback sneak. 1 yard gained. Chains will move. Again, I hate to keep saying this when you've got a Ryle blowout. This Bruin team has played pretty well tonight. Again, a 4th and 1 they didn't take care of. A 4th and 7 that the Raiders picked up on a 4th and goal at the 7. And now in the second half, a couple of big errors that have led to a blowout situation here. But the Bruins have been physical. They've been tough. Defensively, they just have not been able to shut down this offense. It's a very physical offense. Loudermilk again with the ball. He's up to about the 36, maybe the 37. Three yards. 3-yard gain for Loudermilk. He's got 18 carries on the ball game. Again, not being able to get a big drive going yet here in the second half. He hasn't had the carries he had in that first half. But the clock is a-running, and if this was a close ball game, this is exactly what the Bruins would love to see. They're going jet sweep. They've got a chance out here. Rashaw on the carry, and he's going to go out of bounds after about a 9-yard gain. So the jet sweep, again, they're able to mix in a few plays like that to pick up some yards. And again, this offensive line has done themselves proud by being very physical up front. Honestly, they're going to have to figure out, Coach Stockdale's got to go back to the drawing board to figure out a way to mix in a passing game that is some high percentage throws, some throws that will allow them to move the chains and keep that running game moving. A lot of vertical passing throughout the season, a low percentage of completion. Again, Loudermilk straight ahead, big hole. He bounces over one guy. I love watching Seth run. You've got a big kid who is, there's going to be a flag on the Bruin. They didn't throw it. As Ryle Raider, number 15, was standing over. Bo Gay was standing over one of the offensive linemen. Another offensive lineman came up and threw him to the side. No call. Timeout called by Coach Stockdale here. Gain of 7 for Loudermilk. He made a great little jump over a tackle. When you see a big kid like that show an athletic move, great feet to be able to jump over a tackler, that's a lot of fun to watch. So a 7-yard gain to bring up a 2nd down and 3. They're over the 50-yard line into Ryle Raider territory at the 46. They need to get to the 43 for a first down here. This is an HCEC-TV student production division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownSelfStorage.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. So 2nd and 3 for the Bruins. 2:24 to go in the third here. You know, again, you're in 4-down territory everywhere now for the Bruins, and with it being 2nd down and 3 right here, you got 3 chances to get 3 yards. So hopefully the Bruins can continue this physical brand of play. They got a tight end to the right with 2 wings there as well. Strong side of the formation. They were going to throw a slant route there, but there's a flag down. It looked like they had R.J. Goodman. Oh, boy. False start on the Bruins. It'll take that 2nd and 3 where they had a great opportunity and make it a 2nd and 8 where it's a little bit of a tough situation. I think they had R.J. Goodman open on a slant, but somebody got a little anxious and jumped.
Hey, I don't know if it matters, but we lost the end zone.
see him.
Again, a four-man front. 4-4 defense. They're going off the right side. Loudermilk dancing to the right, dancing back to the left. Picked up about 4 that time. Almost got all those yards back. It'll be a 3rd and a long 3, maybe 4 here. So good carry. We're going to give him 5 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. So Loudermilk gets back the penalty yardage on a really nifty little run there. The senior looks like he may be playing in his last ball game, and boy, he is showing out again as he usually does. A lot of these seniors for the Bruins, again, their last time here. Big trip up to Ryle High School in Union, Kentucky. Just a little south and to the west of Florence. Blitz coming. They've got the slant route thrown a little high on 3rd and 3. Trying to go to 12, R.J. Goodman. Just a little high. Fourth and 3. Again, I like the fact that Coach Stockdale's trying to go to the pass here, but honestly, on 3rd and 3 there, you had 2 shots with the running game. Now you're in a really rough spot. 4th and 3. 3 yards is a tough one. Now, they were facing a big blitz there, so getting the ball out quick on a pass actually worked out to be a pretty good call. Throw was just a little high. Irwin's got it on the second option. First down, Bruins on the 4th and 3. He gets 4. Second option. So, again, a good ride to Loudermilk. Draws the linebackers for the Raiders. And as he takes it out around the outside on the second option, nobody there. Actually could have had a big gain. Almost, could have had a 15 or 20-yarder, but just tripped up at the feet. I didn't have the number on the player that was able to get to him. But shoestring tackle saves a big run. Result is first down, however. Clock is running. 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, it's been a pretty quick ball game with the way things have gone here. We're only an hour and 40 minutes in. There's Loudermilk straight ahead again. 5 more yards. This is what the Bruins, again, the question at the beginning of the game was, can they do this all game long? The answer's been no. But certainly they've shown the ability to be physical and run the football against this really good Ryle Raiders squad. They just needed to be able to do it all 4 quarters with that kind of consistency. Just have not been able to pull that off. Under 20 seconds. I think they'll have to run one more snap in this 2nd quarter here. 2nd and 6 as they picked up 4 on that one. Inside the 40 again. Oh, they fumbled the football. And the Raiders have it and running with it. They say it's down. And whose ball? Down and Raiders ball or down and Bruins ball? Somebody had their knee down. Ryle Raiders have it. So Caleb Irwin, as he came out with the ball, it was after the snap. It was not a problem with the snap. He had the football. I don't know, from my vantage point, if on the fake to the fullback, the ball was knocked loose, or if Irwin just lost it again. Sometimes ball handling in the cold, of course it's wet too, but in the cold and your hands are kind of dry and slick, it's hard to hang on to the football. Got to really be careful with the ball handling, and it got away from him there. That's about the 3rd time we've seen a ball kind of loose. And the Bruins have been able to get on those before, but not that time. So a 2nd turnover for the Bruins. Again, they had a great drive going there and not able to sustain it. That's been the name of this ball game. Looking good offensively, just can't sustain it all the way down the field. There's Loudermilk on the blitz. Got to Verix, but made him throw it away. So blitz from number 41, Loudermilk, knocks Nathan Verix off of his spot. Verix had to throw it away. And that was, in fact, the last play of the 3rd quarter. We'll go to the 4th. Ryle Raiders 37, Central Hardin Bruins 7. And Ryle Raiders have the football. 2nd down and 10. When we return, tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom, Comcast Cable's Channel 2, and Spectrum Channel 184, all HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch From the Sidelines, sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. Also want to thank Gina Ryan tonight. She's the one doing everything for us, producing, directing, filming, and she is running everything tonight. And this is Paul Gray on the mic. Any of you Northern Kentucky people out here watching via NFHS.com, thanks for tuning in. And sorry with whatever camera problems we're having. It's light rain all night long. Hard to keep that lens dry, but hope you're enjoying the action. Your Ryle Raiders are cementing a trip to the Final Four right here. There's going to be a lot of excitement around Union, Kentucky over the next week as this Ryle Raiders team is going to move on. For those of you out there watching in Northern Kentucky who know me, glad to hear from you. Give me a call sometime. Good throw on the sideline by Variks, but number 3, Dylan Lee, couldn't hold on to it. For any of my coaching buddies out there over the last 20 or so years that are hearing me, this is what old coaches do. We end up sitting in a booth talking into a microphone, so you ought to try it sometime. I really like it. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 as Variks has been flushed out of the pocket on 1st down by Seth Loudermilk. Puts a pretty good throw on Dylan Lee on the sideline that he couldn't hang on to. 3rd down and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Empty backfield, crossing route in the middle. There he is, boy. That's where you go with the football. 17-yard gain to Landon Lorms. Lorms is their number 1 receiver, and boy, he's had a good ball game tonight. 5 catches now. And we've got a man down here. It looks like Grayson Decker, who was rushing the quarterback there. Again, I believe big number 57 is a senior. Offensive guard, defensive end. Hate to see him down again. I want to mention because, again, I mentioned pregame, the big turnaround for this Central Hardin squad really happened when they focused not just on Seth Loudermilk, but the big guys up front. Number 57, Grayson Decker, 70, Carson Lamoth, 52, Braden Perry, 69, Jeffrey Council, some of the big tight ends, some of the other big offensive linemen. Those guys have really done a great job. Grayson knows down on the field. The training staff is there. Hopefully Grayson's going to be all right here. We've got 11:46 to go in Grayson Decker's high school football career. Hopefully he'll be okay here. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live stream Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark, protect what matters most. BBTel Stream, watch TV with your BBTel app. BBTel Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTel Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Decker is limping off the field, but he's under his own power. That's fantastic news, as the big senior has given a lot to this program for 3 or 4 years here. I know he started as a sophomore. He's played in a lot of big games. He's kind of back down on the sideline. They're going to take a look at him over there. And love a kid who is going to get up and walk off off the field under his own power. Hopefully he'll be okay. 11:34 to go here in the ball game. Variks 1st and 10 from the Bruin 40, looking down the field, all kinds of time, stepping up in the pocket, throwing deep, double covered, knocked away. Good coverage down the field. I'm trying to see who it looked like 14, Gavin Lyons was the intended target. Taylor was down there in coverage. It may have been 3, Jackson Engstrand also there. So the 2 safeties had Gavin Lyons bracketed on either side and did a good job knocking the ball away. bring up a 2nd down and 10 here. They're going to give the ball again. Good defensive stop there. 3 yards. Again, Jaden Galicia had that big first half. It's only carried a couple times here in the second half. 3-yard carry, bring up 3rd down and 7. Didn't see who was on the tackle. May have been Begley in there, 84. So 3rd and 7, Dylan Lee reporting back in. He's going to go wide to the right. 2 receivers to the left, including Landon Lorms, number 1. I believe it's a tight end trips that way. They're going to run the football to that side. Wow. Big block on the edge there and a big carry for, again, that's Jaden Galicia again. 14-yard carry for Galicia on that one. Good looking play. They had tight end left with 2 kind of tight end trips left. They pulled the front side guard to give an extra blocker in front. All kinds of room for Jaden Galicia. Same formation this time to the right. A little bit of a wider splits for the wide receivers. They're going to go straight ahead with Galicia this time. Breaks a tackle, breaks back to the left. Inside the 20 to the 18. 6-yard gain for Jaden Galicia. And they are in the red zone. Raiders threatening again at 37-7. 9:54 and counting in the Bruins season. And the Raiders are going to be looking forward to a trip to the Final Four. Looks like trying to throw a quick screen to Lions, but they was movement early, and so that'll move it back to make it a 2nd and 10 there. Going to throw a screen to Lions out there to the right. Quick fake on the play action look on the screen. But there was movement. Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going. Okay, there we go. 5 yards. It should be 2nd and 10 now. It's a 30-point lead here. It's 35 where you have a running clock, but even on that penalty, the clock didn't stop. I'm not going to tell anybody. Don't call in and tell anybody. Let it run, folks. Let it run. Sprint out to the right. Got a guard in front of him leading. Good throw in the zone there. Lions breaking tackles. He's going to have a 1st down to about the 6. About a 17-yard completion to Lions. So his last 2 completions, both for 17 yards. 1 to Lorms. I believe that one was to Lions. Tackle by Aiden Peterson, the Bruin linebacker. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line here. Between the 7 and the 8, maybe closer to the 7. 1st and goal from the 7, let's call it. Tight end right. 2 receivers left. Looking to his left. Going to scramble now. Varick still looking in the end zone. Got a man open. Oh, couldn't pull it in. So on the scramble, a couple of the Bruin defenders kind of came off of the receivers they were guarding. They had them covered, but as Varick breaks the pocket, I believe it was number 3, Dylan Lee, snuck to the back of the end zone wide open. I think he was trying to look down to make sure his feet were in bounds. Bounced off his chest and couldn't hang on. So with 8:32 to go, 2nd and goal from the 7. (37-7) Raiders. Again, the number 2 team in the state of Kentucky. You'd expect this kind of performance. Bruins at times have looked good, just not able to sustain enough defensively or in the run game. A few too many mistakes. And the officials are going to, as Grayson Decker had gotten back onto the field, I think the officials are saying, yeah, the young fellow is not healthy enough to be out here. So they're going to make a call and have him come out of the ball game. The senior wants to be on the field to finish out his career. Love that. Such a tough kid, Grayson Decker. Shout out Ella Decker. Little sis. One of the funnest students. That's terrible. I'm an English teacher. I just said that. If anybody records that and sends it to me, I'll be upset with you. Toss sweep. Gleacia in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. And there is the cannon. And look at that smoke ring. Huh. I hadn't noticed that on the other cannon shots. But the Raiders, the cannon, the fireworks, the pageantry. And the Ryle Raiders 43. Central Hardin Bruins 7. The extra point to come. Gavin Moses on to provide the point after. Oh, fumbled, botched snap on the ground, so that one won't even will not even be a kick on that. 43-7. Raiders in front by 36. That will run the clock now, as I saw one of the officials waving his arm in circles. That means run it. As soon as this next kickoff occurs, we'll be under a running clock. So the Bruins will get the ball back with 8:25 to go. This is a pretty good football team, this Ryle Raider club. Not sure how they'll stack up against the other competition they'll have to play. I know Great Crossings will be in the Final Four. Not sure who else will be moving on tonight. Haven't heard any reports. But a lot of excitement here. In Union, Kentucky, the Ryle Raiders, Coach Mike Engler. It's always exciting when you can move on to the Final Four. It's been a few years since we had the Trojans in the Final Four, and a few years before that, maybe even since we had Central Hardin in the Final Four. It's happened to our area clubs, but it's been a few years. I think we ran into a school called Trinity both times. All right, running clock here now. Flag on a late hit there. I think Aiden Peterson running over one of the Ryle Raiders late. Jackson Rashaw having a talk with him like, what are we doing here? No need for that. So instead of starting at the 20, looks like they'll probably start at about their own 10, as the Bruins will be backed up here on the change of possession with that penalty. I believe the clock will stop there. Again, we'll be under a running clock now, and actually the official's saying wind it. Let's go. Keep the thing moving, and they have not started winding it yet. It was the back judge who was waving his arm. Personal foul on the Bruins. I saw that one actually happen. A little bit of kind of late hit, no reason for it when the ball was kicked through the end zone. So as we wrap up the season, the clock is now running. As we're getting close to the end here. Kind of hard to sum up this Central Hardin season. Such a strange season. The first half of the season, those first 6 or 7 games, just very difficult. Hard to summarize because it was just such a difficult time. They really struggled. I don't know if it was just their identity, but again, a new coach, Coach Stockdale, but obviously here over the last 6 games of the season, 6 or 7 games, kind of started to settle into what Coach Stockdale wanted, a physical brand of football, running some good option football. And it's a different team. Don't know how that will bleed into next season. You kind of hope it will, that they'll continue to improve in areas where they've struggled and continue to be strong in the areas where they've been strong. There's Caleb Irwin, big run on the second option. Wow. Big carry. About a 20-yard run up over the 30. They're going to spot it at the 32. Irwin is down, unfortunately, on the tackle. I think he was hit a little low. It's not a dirty hit, just to hit him low to tackle him. And Caleb not getting up yet. So they'll have the ball at the 32 after about a 19-yard run. We're going to give Caleb on that carry. They've got his legs up. Maybe he's stretching out a cramp or something. He's going to have to come out of the ball game. He's got to come out of the game for at least a play. So I'm not sure who will be under center there, if that'll be Caleb Wilson or if it'll be one of the other quarterbacks for this Central Hardin squad. Again, it's hard to see on the yellow on white jerseys. So 1st and 10 at the 32 for the Bruins. 6:41 and counting here. Give to Loudermilk again. He'll get 2. Up to almost the 35. Jackson Jones maybe blocking a little after the whistle, about 15 yards downfield. He's beating somebody because for an offensive lineman to have somebody 15 yards downfield on skates, I think the officials are just going to say that the momentum was carrying them that far downfield. I don't know. It looked like some extracurriculars. 6:07 counting down. Inside handoff to Rashaw. They've got a hold of him. That's going to be a loss of 2 or 3 on that one. And they tried to run the inside handoff on the scissors action. And there was penetration in the middle of the line. If you get that kind of penetration, it's just going to eat that play up. That play cannot work there. 2-yard loss for Rashaw on that carry. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Again, you can't have backwards plays in this offense. Sets you up for a bad situation. So 5:31 to go and counting. Two receivers to the left, tight end wing right. Deep motion from Rashaw. Irwin's got it again. He's going to pick up another big carry for about 12 there. So a 1st down on that one. So Irwin, who's back in the game, has last 2 carries of 19 and 12 yards, and the chains will move again. Up to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 Bruins. Jet sweep, Caden Taylor's got a little space, blockers in front. He's going to pick up about 11 and get a 1st down. So there's Taylor on a good carry. Up to the 44 of the Raiders, so over the 50. Just over 4 minutes to play in the ball game. 4:05 and counting on the running clock now. Still a 4-man front. It's a 4-4. Looks like a man cover look here if they are going to throw it, but they're going to go Loudermilk again as he's pushing the pile about 8 or 9 yards on that one. And there's guys all the way down the field battling down the field again. And it is Jackson Jones. Jackson, one of those big guys up front that's been really making a big difference in this offense in the second half of the season. So 8 yards for Loudermilk on that carry. Loudermilk's got 91 yards on the ball game tonight, inching ever closer to that 100-yard mark. In a big game, his last game against a really good football team. There's another 4. So 4 more there. He's up to 95 yards on the ball. I'm trying to read my own handwriting. He's up to 94 yards. He's got 25 carries. First and 10 Bruins. We're at 2:35 remaining in the ball game. Give to Loudermilk again. Spins off one. Runs over another. Down to the 26. Actually, down to the 21. Excuse me. 14 more. He'll go over the 100-yard mark right there. Congratulations, Seth Loudermilk. Fantastic. He's over 900 yards for the season, and again, he didn't really become the feature back until that Barron County game. Gage Gurgley had an injury, was out for a couple weeks, And Loudermilk really just cemented himself, some really physical running. Jet sweep again. This is Jackson Rashaw this time. Oh, there's a flag down. It's going to be a hold again when you run outside. Rashaw had 11 yards on it, but now another flag at the end of the play. I don't know if that's a hold or a face mask, but we're going to have a conference to sort that one out. 1:46, the clock's going to stop as they sort out the penalties here. It's going to be a running clock, so the Bruins and a face mask, maybe offsetting penalties to be 1st and 10 again. Now, again, as the Bruins, I'm sure would love to score a touchdown here at the end of the game, but now the running clock working against them. And it's just going to run. They're going to have to score in the next 2 or 3 plays because they're not going to have time for anything more than that. They're at about the 21 or 22-yard line. Again, 108 yards for Seth Loudermilk on the ball game on 26 carries. They're going to second option. Caleb Irwin's got it. He can get, wow, almost down to the 10. Hit a little late, but knocked out at the 10. 12-yard gain there for Irwin. He's had a good night running the football on that second option as well. But the clock is going to run even though they went out of bounds here. If they do want to score, they're going to have to move quickly to make that happen. Under a minute now. Time for maybe 1 play, possibly 2 if they really hustle. And 1st and goal right at the 10. Irwin's got it again, second option. Trying to outrun one to the side. Down to the 4 or 3. 40 seconds to go. They can get another play off if they'll move. 43-7. Could be a 43-14 finish if the Bruins can get one more play going here. And not moving very fast. Carson Lamoth is over the ball at center. 20 seconds. They'll get one more shot at this. Here comes a blitz. Loudermilk. Touchdown, Bruins, with 11 seconds to go. Seth Loudermilk will put one in the end zone. Congratulations again to Seth. He's had an amazing season, leading the team in tackles and rushing and punting the football as well. Congratulations, again, getting in the end zone there on your last carry as a Bruin running back. So Chenault will come on to attempt the point after. 43-13. It'll be 43-14 if Micah Chenault can knock this one through. Snap, hold, kick, and it's through. So 43-14. The Ryle Raiders will move on to the semis. They'll be in the Final Four. And the Bruins' season will come to a close. Again, mixed emotions here. A really tough season to define. They're going to finish 4-9. The Raiders will move on to 11-2. But at 4-9, you think, man, terrible season, especially for a team that's used to winning between 9 and 12 games in a season. But honestly, this last stretch has been encouraging, and it's been a really good-looking football team over this last portion of the season. So the special teams will have to kick the ball off for the Bruins.
I wonder if I get a copy of those stacks, a photo of the stacks.
They're a mess, but I can try to do something.
I just like to double check mine, so if I can just screenshot it, I just double check with mine.
Would you like me to write them all out so you can see it better?
If I just screenshot it, it's fine.
It's a mess. Go right ahead.
You're good. Mine's a mess.
Good
too.
luck, and you may not be able to interpret all of it.
You're good. It's better than nothing. So sorry about that. Appreciate it.
So Micah Chenault will kick the ball off. Well, Willie, they're just letting the clock run now that they've set it down. The clock runs and the game is over. So why not just run it out? They had to do it the official way. The officials had to spot the ball so that then the clock could go. And I won't miss the old cannon. The cannon goes off for the Ryle celebration. They can celebrate a trip to the Final Four. Again, our final score here, 43-14. This will be our final broadcast for the football season. We really look forward to having all of our viewers back for some great high school basketball, girls and boys basketball action.
December 3rd.
Starting December 3rd.
Nelson County against Central.
Nelson County at Central Hardin. The girls will start us off with our tip-off, and we'll have a great season of basketball ahead. But again, it's been a great season of football, enjoying watching all of our area teams, watching the John Hardin Bulldogs have a great season with their superstar running back leading the way. Certainly enjoying watching North Hardin and the good season that they put together. And tonight we wrap up with Central Hardin with a horrible start to the season, but a great finish to the season. They walk away, I'm sure, incredibly disappointed, beaten 43-14, but beaten by the number 2 ranked team in the state of Kentucky. Nothing to hang their heads about. They played some pretty good football along this last stretch of the season. So Coach Stockdale and the Bruins have something to build on here. And it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing it again. I love doing this. Big thanks to Gina Ryan and the rest of the HCEC-TV people out there. Ron, John, Jeremy, all of our guys that produce and direct, and all of our students who work so hard to help bring you this action. Again, I'm Paul Gray. Good night, everybody.